And now, telecommunications operators in Nigeria have apologized to users for outages on their different networks caused by damage to multiple submarine cables along the West African coast. The appeal is contained in a statement signed by the Chairman, Association of Licensed Telecommunications Operators of Nigeria, Mr. Adebayo, and Executive Secretary of the Association, Mr. Gbolahan Awonuga. Mr. Adebayo said the association is assuring users of communication services that repair processes were ongoing by the responsible international service providers. On Thursday, a combination of cable cuts resulted in equipment faults on major undersea cables along the West African coast. The issue negatively impacted data and fixed telecom service in several West African countries, including Nigeria, Ghana, and Ivory Coast, among others. And now the federal government requires about $1.1 billion investment in the nation's port to renew the concession agreement. The Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Mr. Adebayo, made this known when he appeared before the House of Representatives Committee on Privatization investigating port concession in Abuja. He said at the moment the concession of the port was being delayed to allow government to conclude its investment plan and reconstruct the ports to meet the required standard, disclosing that the government would not sit back and watch the port completely collapse. Represented by the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Mr. Oloruntola Michael, said the present agreement between the government and the concessionaires was unacceptable. And let's take a look at the global equities market now. Stock were set to end the week on a lukewarm note following 7 weeks of gains. After hotter than forecast, U.S. inflation knocked back bets for how soon and often the Federal Reserve will cut interest rate. MSCI's Broadex Global Equity Index was down by 0.2% and flat for the week, following a strong rally for most of the first quarter of the year. There's more pressured tech shares, with an index of these businesses in Europe by 0.5% lower in early London deadlines on dealings following a similar slump in Asia and on Wall Street. Hong Kong Hang Seng Index slid more than 2% and South Korea's Kospi lost about 1.9%. U.S. stocks futures pointed marginally lower following a 0.29% decline. The United States is spearheading the